Alright, in this tutorial for modeling the shotgun, I'm just gonna go very fast with this. If you have gone through the X modeling tutorial, some of the stuff that I will be doing is quite similar. So the basic of it is that I'm still using the plane and it is facing on the front viewport. Alright, so I have the texture of the shotgun right here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply it on the this plane here, and I'm just gonna push it to the back bit. Alright, and close this and make sure that I set the object properties. Alright, object properties to show not to show frozen in gray, and freeze the object. Alright, so now I cannot select the object. So as usual, on the front viewport, press F3 to see your shotgun, and you can press G to hide the grid on the front viewport. Alright, okay, so if you one thing you need to take a look at, if you look at the quality of the image, okay, quality of the textures on the plane here, right, it is kind of low resolution. Okay, it doesn't look like exactly like the real pixel. But something like this, you can see very detailed, so easier for you to model, right? You can change this for usually just for modeling. You want to what I call this, you want to change the resolution on the viewport to be more high resolution. Okay, so to do this, I'll go to customize, go to preferences. Alright, and on the viewport tab here, we are going to click on configure driver, and on the download texture size section over here, we want to click the match bitmap size closely as possible. Okay, as closely as possible, so just stick on that and press OK, and press OK again. Okay, notice that there is no changes at all, because you need to save your work and load it again so that it will refresh the picture. Alright, or another way you can do it is just load again your textures. Alright, for example, you go inside the diffuse where you store your shotgun picture, just click on the bitmap directory here. Okay, and load it again. Alright, and go back to the main menu, and as you can see all the details, which gives you enough information for you to translate it into 3D. Alright, so most of the part here is very very simple. For example, like the barrel will be mostly made out of sphere. Mostly a lot of this section will be made out of sphere. Okay, except for this barrel holder over here. Okay, I will show you how to roughly model this out later, but mostly the main concern is on the back section. Right, the back section. Right, so for the first part of the video, I'm going to show you how to get this model roughly done. Okay, if you look at it now, when you look at it with a more high resolution texture like this, you notice that actually the shotgun is made out of two segments. Two parts. Sorry, this is one metal part. This is somewhat like a another plastic kind of another part. Okay, right, so go to your, and a lot of this section we're going to model just by starting by using box, and as usual we're just going to start with less polygon and we will cut as we need it. Okay, see on front viewport, just roughly make a box. Okay, and also look at the um, perspective view and make sure you have the right thickness. Usually it won't be that thick. Alright, just turn on F4. Okay, F4 here, and also it might be a good thing for you to switch this to transparency. Alright, so from here you're gonna do, before we convert to editable poly, I'm just gonna strategize my modeling. Okay, I'm gonna do this first part. First off, I'm gonna add a few segments here, and it's just about that, and I'm gonna convert this to an editable poly. Alright, so from here I'm gonna start position the model. Alright, as close as possible. Okay, let's say something like that, and we're gonna add more edges. Alright, connect. I'm gonna add, like, say start with 2. Maybe another 2 more here. Alright, so right. Okay, now while we are at this stage, it is good to apply a turbo smooth on this model. Okay, and apply turbo smooth. Alright, just increase iteration to 2 and isoline display. Okay, so you have a roughly this kind of shape, right? So just go back to the low polygon level, and you're gonna make this crease. Alright, so edges, select these 2 edges again and use the connect method. Alright, I'm gonna undo that. I'm just gonna do a 1 segment for the connect. Okay, just roughly arrange it there. Alright, so now I'm gonna, with this edges still selected, right, I'm gonna use a chamfer on it. So chamfer, just like how you do the crease on your X handle, and make it 3, and so make it 2. Press OK. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to select the middle. Just the middle polygon there. Okay, I'm going to switch to scale and put my mouse in the middle and scale it uniformly. Right, something like that. Can turn on the preview. You can press the shift Q to see how it looks like. Alright, okay. And if you look at the back, it usually is a flat surface, but this area is kinda what you call this, smooth, right? So you have to put an edge. You have to do a connect. Alright, connect top to bottom here. You gotta do a connect. Right, and you're gonna slide it right on the edge. Okay, press. Look at the preview. Okay, now it looks sharp, but the top and the bottom part is still not yet purely defined. So we're gonna turn this off for a while. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a segment over here. Alright, we're gonna make a cut. So go to edge. Okay, so we're just gonna select a few edge. So now we're gonna hit the ring tool, and hopefully it selects all of that ring. Okay, because we're going to use the connect now. Okay, zero the amount. Alright, zero the amount to center, target center, to position it to the center, and press OK. Alright, so from here, if I turn it on, you can see that it is somewhat more better. Alright, so you can still tweak a little bit. For example, you can round this up, meaning I select this vertices, right? Okay, and just slightly pull this upwards a bit, just to make the curve there, so that the turbo smooth will translate more better. I can also do the same for the bottom part here. Alright, okay. Alright, that part, the back part, you can call it partially finished. You can actually do more with it. Okay, because if you look at the back, it actually does a curve there, so you can actually add an edges along this side. Okay, notice that I am at the front view. Switching back to perspective over here, because I got my front view on top. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically concentrate on this area now, this area, because it haven't fully defined yet. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is see, if you look carefully at the picture here, it's kinda like some sort of a round thing behind that. So this is the challenge when you do a modeling, when you only be given a side view and there's no top and bottom view reference picture. So you have to imagine and try to decide what it is actually. Alright, so what I'm going to do for this area is that I'm actually going to add more segment here first. I'm going to hit the ring and also connect in. Alright, so at the front viewport, I'm just gonna push this a little bit closer here. Okay, so a little bit there. Alright, just to tighten this polygons up. Okay, and then over here I'm gonna use an inset. Okay, just a little bit like that. Okay, so what's gonna happen is that at the bottom part it will be some sort of a hard surface over here. Okay, and of course at the edge of this model, so the between the connection between this piece and the metal part here, you have to make another duplication of edges. Still the same, using the connect technique, and just slide it straight in the front there. Right, so now it become more hard edges. Okay, right, I think you got a rough idea of how to model this, hopefully. Right, so let's say this area, right, you can actually make a new model, you can create a new object and just stick it inside here. Alright, okay, I'm going to stop the video from here. We're going to continue to part 2, where we're going to model this metal section. Okay, alright, see you.